You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Arya Whitner, and this is your NXT report for Wednesday, January 10th, 2018. Thank you all for listening. Happy New Year. Let's kick things off. WCW Saturday Night has broken out as we've invaded center stage in Atlanta for the next few weeks. And the show actually begins with Undisputed Era with a pre-tape promo welcoming us all to 2018. O'Reilly said they will take out Sanity tonight. Cole said as well that he will take out anyone who stands in his way of becoming the NXT champion. That led us to our first match here tonight as the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, made her NXT in-ring debut going against Dakota Kai. We saw video of Baszler bullying people at the Performance Center last week. One of the girls was being taught how to do a rear choke, so Shayna volunteered to put it on her, and Baszler didn't let go after she tapped because she's a fiend. Kai found this appalling, made the challenge, and we had a match here. The crowd did pop for Kai, but did not think she stood a chance, chanting that Shayna is going to kill you. Baszler used a double wrist lock and wrenched the hands and fingers of Kai. Finally, Baszler stomped Kai's forearm and elbow, which caused the referee to stop the match. After the match, Baszler slapped on the rear naked choke. The referee could not break it. So Ember Moon ran in, which caused Baszler to let go. Ember challenged Shayna to a fight, but Baszler just laughed and walked away. Razor and Akam cut their own promo, partly in English, saying that they were going to beat both Sanity and the Undisputed Era. Paul Ellering finished it up by saying that they would win the Tag Team Championship. Christy St. Cloud attempted to interview Shayna Baszler, but they were interrupted by Mr. William Regal. Mr. Regal said that he sees through whatever game she's playing. Baszler just walked away, completely disrespecting the general manager. Cassius Ohno versus Raul Mendoza was next. Mendoza looked good here, but Ohno was definitely not the best opponent to showcase his offense against, as Ohno went over slowly quite a few times for a smaller, quicker foe. Ohno used a reverse Gory special, but Mendoza sat up and used the victory roll for a 2 count, and finally picked up the win with the high-tension elbow strike. Zelina Vega told the press that Andrade Cien Almas would defeat Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Vega said Gargano is not a fighter, but an opportunist. 3 people beat the crap out of each other, and Gargano picked up a win over the right guy at the right time. On the other side of the arena, Christy St. Cloud tried interviewing Johnny Gargano about his upcoming title match. Gargano said a lot of people didn't have a chance, but before he could continue, he was interrupted by Velveteen Dream. Dream demanded Gargano thank him, and since Dream's injury led to Gargano being entered in the tournament in the first place, Dream said he doesn't deserve his spot. The Dream does, and told Gargano to remember that. Remember about 3 months ago when Emma was fired on my birthday, by the way, and a young WWE NXT superstar made a joke tweet about how I guess Emma wasn't ready for Asuka. Well, folks, WWE does not hold grudges. With that in mind, the next match was Lars Sullivan destroying Lio Rush in about a minute. Rush's best offense was a good defense as he ran away to avoid being hit. That was great for 30 seconds. 31 seconds into the match, Lars caught him and it was over. Lars took his head off with a clothesline and then pinned him with the freak accident. Lars cut a post-match promo saying all his opponents have fallen by his hands. 2 weeks ago, he met a force he's never faced before. but now he wants to destroy this force. And finished by saying that he's talking about Killian Dane. That should be a heck of a match. Lars finished up by sending a message to Leo's Twitter page by giving him a freak accident off the middle rope. Suddenly, we are magically whisked away to the backstage area where Undisputed Era has laid out all three members of Sanity. Before the next segment, it was announced that next week, Authors of Pain and the Street Profits will go 2-on-2, and the winning duo will face the NXT Tag Team Champions at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Undisputed Era came out theoretically for the main event, as Fish and O'Reilly were scheduled to defend against Sanity, but the trio seems to have put a stop to that. They mockingly searched the crowd for Sanity, asking if maybe they've forgotten about their match. Cole began bragging that they quote-unquote kicked the chaos out of Sanity when Nikki Cross exploded from backstage. They needed 2 referees to drag her away. Mr. Regal finally came out to confront the tag team champions of the world. He said that they will be defending their belts tonight, which brought out the makeshift team of Roderick Strong and Aleister Black, who stormed the ring. We have a fight, we have a bell, and we have an impromptu tag team title match. Black and Strong ran wild on both men for several minutes until Fish dropkicked Black on the ring apron, which, by the way, is the hardest part of the ring to take the advantage. Undisputed Era chopped down Black and worked on his leg. Morrow brought up the time when Fish and O'Reilly debuted. They both lost to Black in singles matches. Strong finally got the hot tag and made his foes wish they were wrestling Sanity instead, as Strong threw them both all over the ring, to and fro and here and there. Black recovered long enough to boot Fish into the ring steps. Adam Cole ran in from out of nowhere to punch Black, so Black stalked Cole into the stands. Unfortunately, while that was going on, O'Reilly and Fish laid out Strong with total elimination, picking up the win. So Undisputed Era are still the World Tag Team Champions of the world. Black ran back to the ring and went on the attack, but unfortunately Cole was not far behind, and the Tag Team Champions ended up holding Black as Cole delivered elbow strike after elbow strike. Eventually, O'Reilly set up a chair in the middle of the ring, and Cole gave Black the attitude adjustment onto the folding chair. Undisputed Era celebrated up the ramp until Mr. Regal came out and informed Cole that at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, he won't just be wrestling Aleister Black, he'll be taking him on in an Extreme Rules match. So that does it for the first NXT of 2018. I want to thank you all for listening, and I'll talk to you again in 7 days.
You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.